Hi, this is the College of Science Advising Center with a presentation for you on stress management. Final exams are right around the corner. In addition to that, we know that you have probably been dealing with some personal hardships regarding the current COVID-19 pandemic. The situation is ongoing, and it's definitely stressful dealing with such things that are out of our control. Likewise, just being a regular college student, we understand the constant struggles of being pressured. As a college student, it's hard juggling family obligations, classes, studying for exams, budgeting, having a social life, so on and so forth. So in this presentation, we're hoping to provide you with some ways to identify your stressors and prevent stress from occurring so much in your life as a college student. Some startling facts here. The top 3 mental health concerns facing college students are anxiety, depression, and stress. 45% of college students said they experienced more than average stress, and 87% of college students said they felt overwhelmed by all they had to do at least once in the previous year. So, kind of think about all these different facts here and if you can relate to any of them within your own personal academic life. Exactly what is stress? Stress is the reaction people have when excessive pressures or other types of demand are placed upon them. With stress, we usually worry that we can't cope with these situations. There's also the wear and tear our minds and bodies experience as we attempt to cope with a changing environment. Stress is broken down into 2 main categories, including positive and negative stress. Positive stress is referred to as eustress. This is a stress that enables us to perform better and increase satisfaction. This type of stress usually deals with short-term situations. So, for one example, receiving a promotion at your job. It's very exciting to receive a promotion. However, being in that new environment and being trained on different duties can be stressful on our minds. Also, meeting an important deadline. When most of us have an important deadline to meet, maybe regarding an assignment, we usually put all our energy and focus into completing that. However, those few days or weeks we spend constantly researching and meeting that deadline can often put a lot of pressure on ourselves. Negative stress. So negative stress is referred to as distress. This type of stress occurs when a person feels unable to perform or cope with a situation. It also usually causes anxiety or concern and can lead to mental and physical problems. This type of stress occurs with long-term situations. So for example, losing contact with your loved ones, maybe unemployment or financial problems going on in your life, having to deal with an injury or illness, or when personal conflicts arise in your relationships with friends and family. So now we just want you to take some time and think about what are some stressors in life. Exactly what stresses you out, besides maybe just being a college student. Do you experience both positive, negative, or a combination of both stress? And how do you usually cope with these? There's healthy ways of coping with stress and unhealthy ways. How would you say you deal with your stress? So, the effects of stress can be broken down into 4 main categories, including emotional, physical, cognitive, and behavioral. Emotional The emotional effects of stress include having difficulty relaxing your mind and feeling overwhelmed. Physically, it's hard for us to get up, we lose energy and focus, and it often results in headaches because we feel like we have so much to do. Cognitive effects that occurs when we have the inability to focus and then we get disorganized and forget. Behavioral effects. This is what happens when we procrastinate and avoid our responsibilities. Usually we'll say, oh, I can get away with this another day. I'll just put it off until tomorrow and do it then. With this type of stress, effect, we exhibit more nervous behaviors. So, like we briefly mentioned earlier, identifying your ways of how you cope with stress, we wanted to share with you the ABC strategy. What do the letters in the ABC strategy stand for? A is for awareness, B is for balance, C is for control. So, awareness. In this step, you want to identify exactly what causes you to stress and how do you react. Do you react positively or negatively within that situation? Balance. So, there's a fine line between positive and negative stress. How much can you cope with it before it becomes negative? We always want more positive stress than negative stress because we don't want to deal with those negative pressures that negative stress comes with. Control. What can you do to help yourself combat the negative effects of stress? So, some people enjoy exercising, others enjoy maybe coloring to relieve their stress. What exactly do you do to help you escape? So, what are some ways we can relieve our stress as students? Definitely eating well and having a balanced diet. Exercising. So right now, unfortunately, the brick services aren't offered. However, they do have live streams on their Instagram accounts and other social media platforms where they do live workouts. So definitely take advantage of those. Having an outlet, be creative with your outlets. It can be anything. Build a support system, make a plan, and think positive. Aromatherapy. So with aromatherapy, eucalyptus oil and also lavender has been proven to be very effective. Starting a journal or diary reflection. So for most individuals, they find actually writing down what made them stress and kind of going back to it in the future helps them, come up with new ways to alleviate their stress in the future. And also sleep. Sleep might not be a priority as a college student because you're always working hard in your assignments late at night, or you just want to go out and have fun with your friends, which is fine, but definitely try to get a lot of good sleep, at least 8 hours a day. So here's a course at CPP offered regarding stress management that we wanted to bring up to your attention. KIN 2700. It's a semester-long course offered to all students and meets GE Area E if you're looking for a course to fill that requirement. I actually took that course and I found it very beneficial because it would go into the research and stats behind stress. It would provide us with different studies regarding how the mind exactly works during stress. And then we also did some fun activities such as yoga and meditating and journaling. I found participating in these very helpful, and I definitely still use a lot of the tactics today. So definitely look up this course if you're interested. So a few reminders for you here. We want you to know that it's okay to feel stressed, pressured, and overwhelmed at certain points throughout your college career. You're definitely not alone, and your peers are probably feeling the same way. Even your professors probably felt the same way when they were an undergraduate student like yourself. So, with that being said, never be afraid to seek help if you need it. Reach out to your friends and family. If you feel like you can't, if you feel like you unfortunately can't count on your friends or family, feel free to seek out to your professors and advisors. They definitely care about your well-being. Counseling and psychological services at CPP. We have professional staff on campus if you need more help. Also, the Bronco Wellness Center. We're going to go into each of these very briefly. So here is our College of Science Advising website. If you go to this website, this is a homepage you'll see. You'll want to click here if you want to meet with one of our advisors. And here we'll kind of go through the steps of how you want to schedule that appointment with advisors. So our advisors do primarily focus on your academic needs as a student. However, if you do want to talk to us regarding your own personal issues, that's totally fine and we're here to support you. Here's the homepage for the counseling and psychological services. You want to make sure you fill out your My Health portal, which will give you access to setting up appointments with staff. And last but not least, the student health and wellness services. Right now, during this time, they're offering a lot of virtual workshops to help with certain issues regarding stress and other issues. So definitely take advantage of those. So that concludes our presentation. Be on the lookout for a video soon from our center that will go over all the services CPP has to provide for you. With that being said, good luck on all your finals. Stay safe and healthy and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.